For 4 months, I've been thinking and writing and speaking and trying to do graphics about what the Living Waters campaign calls us to do. It asks us to listen to God's call to renew the physical space of this church. It asks us to imagine a church remade, and it asks us to embrace, over the next 3 years, the opportunity for generous and sacrificial giving above and beyond our annual pledges. Today, I'm going to take a moment to tell you what we, my wife Liz and I, are going to do for the campaign. Liz and I started thinking about our commitment by recognizing how much All Souls means to us and our family. We've been here 5.5 years and have found a path closer to God. We have met people that we like, admire, and respect. We have made friends that enrich our spiritual and daily lives. We have been stretched as people and as Christians. We are grateful to have found this home. Now about the projects. As I talk with people about the campaign, the conversation often gets to the detail of one project or another. And I think that engagement is crucial for the success of the campaign. But I want to reaffirm that Living Waters is more than the sum of its projects. For all of their appeal, let go of the focus of the projects for the time being. If you've been at All Souls for some time, you may be aware, either by pledge presentation or solicitation or a pledge thank you note, that I am taken by the idea that at All Souls we make church together. We pray together, we learn together, and we celebrate together. The Living Waters campaign is our chance to build church together. As you consider the commitment that we'll be asking everyone to make over the next month, I invite you to give with a generosity that does not depend on your favorite project. Don't think of your gift as supporting an elevator or a new floor. Think of it as building a church with the person sitting closest to you today and the person sitting farthest away from you today, as we build the church for people who will join us over the next decades. As you decide how to give to Living Waters, have faith in God and the people of All Souls, present and future, that we are building this church together. So what is my household committing to this project? It was not an easy turn to consider what we would be able to commit to the Living Waters campaign. We would like to be able to give a lead gift. But the past 2 years have been financially difficult for us. Liz, the primary breadwinner in our family, was unemployed for 2 years, and the real estate company that I manage has had significant difficulties which have dramatically cut my income. Last fall, Liz joined a small startup at less than half her previous salary, betting on the success of the firm. That company has struggled, and Liz recently had to take a 30% pay cut. 2.5 years ago, if I had known where we would be financially today, I would have said we can't make more than a participation commitment. If you had asked me 6 months ago, I would have said I don't think we can do anything. I would have been focused on the shrinking of our financial capacity and on my growing sense of scarcity. But shepherding the Living Waters campaign has reignited the pull that we feel to All Souls and has expanded our ability to think about our financial support. I've seen the work that so many have put into this campaign, and I've heard the stories of transformation and support that have their roots in these spaces. I've heard about the work that people are ready to do in the future and the people that we are ready to welcome. Liz and I are called to find a way to support this project. So here I am seeking to inspire and invite others to generous gifts made from the recognition that all we have is provided by God. The best way for me to do that is to tell you about our gift. Liz and I had a heartfelt conversation about how we could help renew this church, and in our discernment, we've used some of the metrics that the campaign has been offering to others throughout this campaign. First of all, our commitment will be the biggest gift we've ever made. Our commitment will be a stretch for us. We can only fulfill it over the 3 years of the campaign. We can't responsibly write a check for the whole amount this year. And most importantly, our commitment is one based on faith and trust. We do not know how we will fulfill it. For a portion of it, I'm going to sell some old coins that my father was duped into buying some time ago for an exorbitant price. And I'll be glad to be free of those coins and the feeling of needing to recoup his investment. But for the bulk of the commitment, we're going to have to figure it out over the next 3 years. And as something that's on top of our annual pledge, it's going to take some financial scrambling. But more than the details of our gift, I offer the process we're using to discern it. Gratitude for All Souls, looking at our financial capacity, and giving a gift that will keep us working over the next 3 years. You may have a different process. You may be able to give a one-time asset-based gift that is significant for you on a multi-year scale. You may be able to only give a gift that symbolizes your desire to participate. But if you can give with an open and generous heart, focused on the ministry All Souls provides today and will provide tomorrow, then whatever commitment fits for you will be a grace. I'll be in the back of the church after the service and be happy to continue this conversation with anyone about our gifting, with anyone who's interested. After all, we're building a church together.